What are drugs?
Cure for medical purposes.
If it's an unhealthy habit, it's going to be handling and understanding emotion.
And what is peer pressure? What violence actually means.
Violence is meant to bully someone.
Navchetna, a new consciousness on life skills and drug education for school children. Objectives. By the end of the session, students will be able, first, to identify risks in certain situations at home and in their neighborhood. Second, to exercise assertiveness skills, especially refusal skills. Third, to demonstrate appropriate decision-making skills. Fourth, to understand, identify and know the difference in safe touch and unsafe touch. Fifth, to feel empowered and establish ownership over their own bodies. Sixth, to recall and understand some smart ways to keep oneself safe, as well as know what to do if they find themselves in a dangerous situation.
Good morning, everybody. Nice to see you all. Please sit down.
Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome. And today we will be doing a session. The topic of the day will be risky situations. How do you understand what is risk? How do you save yourself from risky situations? Particularly, how do you prevent a risky situation which is related to child sexual abuse? Okay, shall we begin?
Yes, ma'am.
Great. When I say the word risk, R-I-S-K, what do you understand by that?
My meaning of danger.
It means danger. Okay.
Ma'am, problems.
Risk, danger and problems. Okay.
Ma'am, difficulty.
Risk means you do any activity or you face any situation which is unpleasant and dangerous. Okay. Unpleasant means you are not comfortable, you don't like it. There is something inside you which says no, this is not right, right? And it can cause you harm or danger. So, the problems, the difficulties which you mentioned are right, but that is because it is a danger giving potential danger that you can suffer. Sometimes the risk can give a danger which cannot even be reversed. That means you may suffer something which is irreversible. Alright. So, it could be exciting, it could be thrilling, it could be adventurous, but at the same time you are unsure of the result, except for the joy and the thrill of the moment. So, can you give me any example of that?
When we drive a car, so without safety when we drive, so it is unsafe and we have a risk for any incident caused here.
Excellent answer, very good answer, excellent. Like when you are driving a two-wheeler or a motorcycle, you see these advertisements on television, they go fast, they go speeding and then they suddenly brake or they reach the top of the mountain and they are going to fall along the cliff and then there is a warning, don't do it because these are only skilled drivers that are doing it. So, she gave a lovely answer. So, riding a bike is thrilling but dangerous. What about smoking a cigarette? How thrilling is that?
Ma'am, it is risky.
Why is it risky?
Because it causes bad things to our body.
Right. Again a very good answer. See, some things, okay, maybe you style a hairstyle. Is that risky? It's fun. You have a mushroom hairstyle or you have pigtails or you have a bald cut. Is that risky? It's thrilling, but is that risky? It's not risky because your hair will grow back again. So, it doesn't mean everything thrilling is risky. It means something that can cause you harm, and it means some harms cannot be reversed. That is the meaning of risk. Okay? So, like smoking or having anything to do with a speed driving or let us say beating up somebody for the thrill of it. A new boy is joined, he's short and you don't like him, so let's bash him up. Is that risky for anybody or is it just fun?
Ma'am, it's risky.
For whom?
Ma'am, for the guys who beat up the little guy.
Is it risky for the people who beat up or is it risky for the person who got beaten up?
Ma'am, who is beating the little guy? He can get in trouble.
Okay, so she's got a wonderful perspective. So risk can be not only the person who does it or receives the pain, but for both the people, because it is risky for the person who executed that beating up. He can get rusticated, or he can be left away from the marks or exams, and teacher may scold him, right. So you can spoil your reputation. So risk is therefore two ways, and it can be, sometimes cannot be undone. All right. So in the next few in this hour, let's say, or the next few minutes, we will learn how to decipher, distinguish, recognize what are risky situations and what are just thrills or teenage situations which can be for the fun of it, and how do you avoid it. The best way to avoid it is by saying no, right. You should not get into risky situations. We talked about preventing or avoiding them. So that is our first step. But it's not easy to say no, right? It's not easy to say no. You have peer pressure, you have friends, and you want to be in, you don't want to be out, right? So how do you say no? I'll give you a very simple, easy to remember formula. It's called NICE. This is how to say no, okay? NICE. N means you have to say no emphatically. You don't say, okay, let me think about it, okay, maybe I'll do it later, not now. So if you give those half answers, then your friend or the person who is wanting you to get into that situation may not understand clearly, and he may come back again requesting you to, like we took the example of beating up the child, he might want you to say, acha chalo, not today, let's do it tomorrow. But when you say clearly, N-O, no. Okay, so this is the correct answer. You do not say maybe, you do not say later. Okay, be very clear. The next one you say, again very emphatically, I do not want to do it. I do not like it. I am not interested. Use the word I again and again. That means you are emphasizing that I do not want to do it, not somebody else. So you are again emphasizing that you are not interested. Then comes the word C. C means still if the person is not understanding, you change the subject. So it's a very easy thing to do and very effective. Change the topic. You can say, let's talk about something else. Let's talk about the laboratory or the science experiment. Okay, let's talk about the new museum that has come in town. So you change the topic. So you're diverting attention from a risky topic to a safer topic. But sometimes they will still not understand. Then you have only one choice. You move out of the situation, which means exit. Leave that place, leave that location, go away. It is not worth being there because it is dangerous. Okay, so remember, simple, N-I-C-E. Easy to remember? Nice? Yes. Say nice. Nice. Say nice. 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 Now let's see how we can use it and how we can actually understand a few risky situations, for which we will be playing a lovely game. Who likes games? I love games. I like to see that. So we will have a group of students here. You will make a circle or a semicircle. I will give you, it's called passing the parcel. So there is a parcel and it is passing from person to person. We will play the music, you keep passing. We stop the music. Whichever student, whichever child has that tin in his hand, will open it, take out a slip of paper, read it and respond in your own way to it. Other students are welcome to respond after that student has spoken. First, the person who has the chit will respond, and then you all can join hands and give your responses. Okay? So we will understand the situations as they come along. Once the response is over, again we continue the game and the next child will continue to play. Okay? So there are 6 such slips inside it. Are you all willing to start? Yes. Great. I want about 8 people. Raise your hands and we will pick up. Okay, let's take one from each bench. One child from here. Anybody one. One person come here, one from here, one from there. Let's have 6 people here. One or anyone, yes. One green shirt, one red shirt, one yellow shirt. Come. Okay, clear? So the slips are inside this. Alright, just face a little bit this side. Yeah, so that everybody can see you. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Now you will hold this. Okay, hold it. You will give it to him. Who will give it to him? Who will give it to him? Okay, so you're going to start the game, right? I'm going to tap. When I stop tapping, begin. 1, 2, 3, begin. Okay, so you got it. Let's see what, you can pick anyone. What's the number? Read it.
1.
Okay, read it out. Open it.
You are returning from school one day and you meet somebody at the market. He requests you to deliver a packet to his friend who stays some distance away. He says that he has to take care of other urgent work. He offers to pay you for the task. What will you do?
All right, so somebody meets you and he's offering you something which is not yours, and he's also offering you money. What will you do? Tell me. Is there a risk in this?
Yes,
What is the
ma'am.
situation? What is the risk?
Ma'am, you can get kidnapped.
Okay, with the parcel?
No, ma'am, to the person you are taking, to the person you are giving parcel.
Okay.
And ma'am, taking gifts or taking parcel things from strangers is very risky.
Okay, and
because
why
you
is that
don't know.
risky?
Because we don't know that what's in the parcel.
Absolutely right. You don't know what he's put inside it. It could be a dangerous substance.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. How would you respond? Will you take it? Not take it? What will you do?
Ma'am, I will try to avoid the situation. Ma'am, like you said that nice. Ma'am, I will use that, and ma'am, I will say him that I have some other urgent work. You can ask someone else.
Excellent answer. Very good answer. Come on. Now we'll continue the game. Okay. Shall I begin again? Okay.
A group of students from your class want to leave the class during school hours and go with them to the movies and generally hang out after that. What will you do?
Okay, so what is the situation? Your friends are telling you, let's go out, bunk karte hain, let's miss class. It happens often, no? You get tempted, no? When there's a nice movie or there's a lovely new restaurant open or you are hungry, and they say we will miss class. So what is the risk in this? You tell me what's the risk?
Ma'am, is this risk? Ma'am, we were rusticated from the school because we bunked the school.
Yes, you
Yes,
can
ma'am.
get, the
Ma'am, we
principal
bunked
can
the
throw
school.
you out of the school.
Yes, ma'am, because we bunk our classes during school times.
And you might lose your lessons also.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, any other risk?
The risk is the loss of studies.
The loss of studies. Very good. So how will you handle that situation? How will you avoid the situation? What will you do?
I will say nice to avoid this situation, and I did not agree with this situation. I disagree with this situation, and I told the teacher whose period is this.
Okay, you'll tell the teacher and you'll say no, and I don't want to go.
Yes,
so you'll use
ma'am.
N, you will use I, and you will
Nice.
also tell the teacher.
Yes, ma'am.
Excellent answer. Very good
Thank
answer.
you,
Very
ma'am.
good answer. Shall we continue the game? Okay, I'm beginning to clap again.
You have recently shifted from a different state and are looking out to make new friends. You start interacting with a group that hang around the park. Slowly you find out the sum of injured and substance use. What will you do?
So she says somebody is shifted. Sometimes you have people coming in your classes, no? New students come, they join from other states or other schools, they get transferred, right? So what is the situation? There's a new student and that person is wanting to make new friends. So what does the group do? What is the nature of this group that they join? The students are hanging out. That means they are going outside and trying out. Yeah, so they are friends, but they are not the kind of friends that you will want to be associated with, because they are trying different substances which are harmful. Okay, they are using substances, there are like drugs, etc., which may be harmful. Okay, so what is the risk? Is it having a friend which is the risk, or is it the friend's nature and habit which is the risk?
We have to make a good friends, and
These friends are not so good, they are risky friends because they are using other substances which you don't want to use. So do you know that these substances can be harmful? So some substances can be harmful, and that is why this situation is risky, because you do not know what they are using or tasting, and they are missing class to do that. So that is the risk. And how will you avoid this risk? You can stop being friends with them, and you can use the word NICE. Okay, so just because you made friends doesn't mean you have to stay friends with them. You can always change your friends and you will still be liked by other people. So let's continue the game. Yes, you.
You are your close friend are in the market. It is festival time and the market is very crowded. Suddenly your friend decides to steal some article from a shop and wants you to help him her with it. What will you do?
Okay, so where have you all gone with your friend? You've gone to a
Market.
A market is always fun, no? Markets and malls are good fun, no? Nice new things, lots of things, attractive things. And what does a friend want to do?
Steal it.
Oh, so he's not buying it, he wants to steal it. Stealing
Yes.
means taking something which is not yours without permission, without payment. That is the meaning of stealing.
And it's also a risk.
It's also a risk. Why is it a risk?
Because we are taking that stuff without paying money to the shopkeeper to take it.
Right? So it is a risky thing to steal, even whether you get caught or you don't get caught. Now it's a friend. How will you avoid that?
Just telling him to don't do this thing. You will get you are doing bad stuff. Then if you get caught, they will take to your. They will tell you to take us to your mother, and the shopkeeper
nice.
will tell their parents.
Very nice. And you can also use the word see. Change the location or change the situation and you go somewhere else. We say no, let's leave this, let's go and buy an ice cream or something. Alright? So very good answer. You can tell the mother, you can guide you. That's a true friend. Now you've been a true friend. I like that answer. Very good. Now let's continue the game. Okay? Okay.
You are traveling by bus or train to another city. A co-passenger whom you have just met offers you something to eat. What will you do?
Oh, I'm hungry. Will you eat it? When you're traveling, you feel hungry, no? The moment we sit in a bus and train, we feel hungry, no? Suddenly, even if you have had breakfast. Now you're hungry and somebody is giving you food. Let's see, that is the situation. What would your response to be about that? What would be the risk in that?
This is.
Is there a risk in that?
Yes, ma'am.
What is the risk?
The risk is because he was the stranger, and we don't have to take food and other things to
From
the
a
stranger.
Very good. And why is that?
And because when he was also give us poison on this food.
Yeah, he can give you poison, he can give you harmful things, he can give you something which makes you sleep and then you can get lost and he can take you away. And anything can happen. So bad things can happen when you're not conscious or when you've taken something away from somebody. Right?
Yes,
Any
ma'am.
other risk by eating something unknown? Yes?
Ma'am, or they can sell us to everyone else.
Oh yeah, that's a very, very serious risk, okay? So you can get trafficked or somebody else can take you away, if not the same person, and you can be in even more danger, alright? So but best is to avoid these kind of situations. How? What will you do? What would you do? How would you avoid it? Continue, tell me what will be your response?
By saying no or nice.
Jor say no, loudly, clearly?
Yes,
Or
ma'am.
no. How will you say
Loudly.
no? Loudly and clearly.
Yes,
I don't want it. You use N, you use I.
C
Absolutely
and E.
clearly. N and I don't want it.
Yes, ma'am.
You don't have to change your train, you don't have to change your bus, but you just use the word N and I till that person understands. Okay? I think we've got one more situation. Slip. Alright? I'm going to continue the game. I'm beginning to clap. Yes.
You are waiting for a bus at a bus stand. A person for your neighborhood rides by and sees you there. He is not your friend but offers you a lift. What will you do?
Oh, have you ever faced this? You're getting late, you're standing, you just missed your bus, the van is already gone, but you need to reach in time, your parents were busy, there was an emergency at home, so you need to go to school and you're getting late and somebody gives you a lift. Who has happened, kiske saath hua hai, how has faced this situation? Any one of you? No. What is this risky?
Yes,
you're getting
ma'am.
late, it would be nice if you can go early.
No, ma'am, it
Oh.
will risky.
What is the risk?
Ma'am, because we do not know the person who gave the lift, and he
He can take you somewhere else other than school.
yes ma'am.
Oh, that's why it's risky. When you don't know the person, it is a risk to go with someone unknown.
Yes,
so, as you
ma'am.
said, he can take you to any other place, which is the place may be dangerous and
Yes,
the
ma'am.
person may do dangerous things. Very good answer. So, how do you avoid it?
Ma'am, we say no, I do not want lift.
Good. Never mind if you get late. Teacher will scold you a little bit, she make you stand outside the class, but that is okay. But don't take a lift from a stranger. You may not reach the school at all. So, very good answer. So, all our answers are covered? Yes. All were risky situations? Yes. Right? And you understood? Come and sit down now. Okay, come. Now that you're smarter, you'll notice that something is not correct. A strange place, strange food, strange person, and you do not entertain or you do not listen to such people because they can lead you to wrong places. Okay? So, at least now you know what is risky and what is not risky. Alright. So, once you know the risky, we will also learn a little later how to be smart and how to protect yourself if you get into that situation. Okay? So, we will learn more how to sharpen your thinking and how to say a clear no or firm, which is called refusing. How you refuse somebody without being impolite. But there are lovely tricks and we will learn that in the next session. Clear? Did you all understand anything? Yes, ma'am. Good.